Hello YouTube, this is the DesertFox for Sith Total War, and I'm here on the beautiful plains of Nemodrasena that we all know and love, with Macedon. My opponent, Maximus Decimus Meridius, which you may know from YouTube, is commanding the forces of Colchis. And when we get on the battlefield, I'll just tell you my army since the loading screen's about to finish. So let's go. Alright, my army consists of a companion cav gen. I mean, really, wow. No one's seen that for a long time. 2 skirmish cav to ward off any horse archers Colchis will bring. 4 Thessalian cav, a line of 5 thorax swords and a hoplite, since thorax swords can basically outclass hoplites in defensive roles. 3 militia hoplites in the front, and 2 Theros spears to counter any cav. So I'm going to split off my horse skirmishers and just use them to bait horse archer fire and keep them from killing my Thessalians. Oh, and I also have a citizen cav here I forgot to say about. Basically, all I want to do is waste this horse archer ammo and keep them away from my cav and infantry. Now, this is the 3rd game I played with Max. No, 2nd game. I lost the 1st game. He brought 6 sword masters and just absolutely pwned my Aravasi army. This game, I had a plan going into this game. One thing I've noticed is I've watched his videos somewhat, and what I've noticed about Maximus likes to do is he likes to do the tactic of rushing your cav right into your opponent's infantry to stop their charge so you can get the charge. So going into this battle I was kind of thinking about that, and you see I have my militia hoplites up front to block the charges. And then it just hit me, I'm like, if he does that, that'll leave his flanks totally open, and he has 4 eastern slingers. So the more I thought about it, the more I want him to charge my infantry. Then I can quickly swing around with my cav, kill his slingers, then trap his noble bloods in between my infantry and my cavalry. And the whole while, I can kill his noble bloods, and then quickly get rear charges in on his cartleys, and the game will be over. And my Theros spears can also shoot at his noble bloods while they're in my infantry. So let's see if my plan will work out that way. I'm still just skirmishing, using this citizen cav and the skirmisher cav to bait arrows, just keeping him away from my real killing force of my army, which is my shock cavalry. Thorax swords can possibly take Cartly axemen. Cartly axemen have a really good charge for a sort of civilized melee unit. 25 charge to the thorax's crappy 18. It's a pretty good charge. But my killing power can be in my swords, but I'm really counting on my companion cav. That's what I'm counting on to win this game. And right here, I'm doing what I want to. I'm pulling my militia hoplites back, letting his slingers rain death upon me. I really don't care if they kill my swords. My cavalry is my real power. And right here, just in a bit, he's going to do exactly what I wanted him to do. I'm pulling my calves to the flanks in preparation for it, and here he goes. He's going to charge his noble bloods in to stop my units. I believe I quickly press spacebar, the backspace button to just, yep, I do, to just stop my units. And now my cav is circling around. His cav is stuck in my infantry. My Theros spears are going to start shooting, but I'm going to start re-aiming them back at the noble blood cav. My infantry, I'm going to throw in shield wall and hoplite wall. And now I'm going to get my Thessalians in, and they are going to murder these slingers. Here comes my Thessalians into this noble blood. Bring in my citizen cav and the Thessalians over here. Here comes a Thessalian charge into slingers, which are absolutely going to pwn them. His noble bloods do not react fast enough, so the slinger's just going to die. My companion cav out here, I don't know why I sent it over here, but I destroyed this hillman with it. Now I'm going to pull it out to bring over here. I want to rear charge these units. My militia hoplites, I pulled out as the meat shields. I pulled them out, and now I'm going to swing them around the flanks to help infantry support. Theros spears doing the same. This Theros spear is stuck in here. But his noble bloods are just all over the place fighting my units, and they are just going to get murdered, especially with Theros spears coming in here, and they're shooting javelins, murdering this noble blood and this one. I got my citizen cav into his slingers, so basically my whole plan is working right now. This Thessalian's stuck. But now my companion cav is coming back over here, and it was stupid because it just wanted to walk, so we'll see how it goes. Just distracting his horse archers so they can't do any damage to my shock cav. Bringing this militia hoplite around, taking it out of formation attack. And here comes my shock cav. He's got this noble blood in here, so I'm like, you know what, I can turn around and engage that, or I can do a quick charge, then turn around and engage it. And I've got cav starting to get free everywhere. His noble bloods cannot beat my Thessalians. So here comes a quick companion charge. It didn't really do much, but now I'm going to bring it back, and let's see how much this noble blood it kills. 42 men on the noble blood. Companion charge, 34 men. They're just going to get absolutely roasted. A lot of people, they misunderstand the power of companion cav. I mean, you have to use them just right for them to do a lot of damage, but they can. My unit's in shield wall. He just doesn't know what to do. His units are sometimes sitting there. I'm out microing him in places. Got my Shock Cav coming in. Gonna absolutely murder his Axeman now. Even Citizen Cav are gonna start raking up the kills with rear charges. Gonna kill his General now with my Militia Hoplites. Bring my Companion Cav in. Let's see this blob. 108 men on this Axeman. Just gonna decimate it with a charge. And I got Cav starting to get free over here. His Noble Blood are caught up in a Militia Hoplite and regular Hoplite. And I just got Thessalians, Companions, Citizen Cav, just everywhere bringing in charges. And by this point, there's really nothing he can do. I have the Cav advantage, and almost all of his Cav is gone. My Thoraxes were starting to get the crud beat out of them by the Cartleys, but now there's just nothing he can do. This Thessalian Cav is routing, but it did its job. It held down his Noble Blood, so now these Militia Hoplites can start killing it. His Horse Archers and Slingers are just too far away to do anything, pulling this Theros Spear out of the combat like I should have done a long time ago. These Theros are out of ammo, and now I got all these troops free. My Cav is running strikes in everywhere, doing a lot of damage. My Companions are in here, killing off his Noble Blood. 153 kills on a Companion Cav. Some of it on Hillman, a lot on Cartleys and Noble Blood. But I'm continuing to run Cav charges in this sector, and his units here just will not break, no matter how much I do the charges. But now I got more troops here, free Militia Hoplites, Theros Spears. Right here, just murdering his units, getting more into his Noble Bloods. Now I'm pulling my Cav out here, going to do more rear charges. And I'm pulling up my Theros Spears to murder this Hillman and then chase off his Slingers. I do not want his Slingers firing into the flanks of my General, who is now killing his General. Just got more Thessalian Cav charges coming in, murdering his infantry, then pulling out, coming in to murder them some more. His troops are finally getting in red and yellow morale since his General died, and by this time, it's GG, the game is over. So my plan absolutely worked. I usually just don't strategize, which is why I lose practically all the time. But here I thought, you know what, I've seen these videos. I know he likes to do those frontal charges. I'll bait him into one, give him a perfect charge, but have my Cav ready to attack on the flanks with the weakness of his Cav not being there. So my plan actually worked for once. Usually my plans do not work, and I wind up getting my butt kicked. Happens quite a lot. But here I managed to out-micro him and kind of out-strategize him with my plan. Right here, Citizen Cav, 186 kills. That is really nice for a crappy unit like that. Skirmisher Cav, a lot of kills on those Horse Archers. They did what they needed to. Companion Cav General, just excellent. This Thessalian, pretty okay. These two doing nice on the infantry. This one, meh. Thorax Swords, Hoplites, they did what they needed to, which was just soak up the Cartleys. Theros Spears, excellent job. They murdered the Noble Blood Cav with Javelins. Militia Hoplites, they did what Militia Hoplites do, which is just hold stuff. Anyway, this has been the Desert Fox, and GG to my opponent Maximus Decimus.